Okay, this is the spheres practice. So surface area and volume. So surface area for a sphere is going to equal 4 pi r squared. Okay, so radius is 2. So surface area equals 4 pi times 2 squared. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So 16 pi. Okay, and if we wanted to put that in our calculator, I believe it's 50.3. 16 pi. So again, this is the best answer, 16 pi centimeters squared. But if you wanted to round it off, we could put 50.27 centimeters squared. Okay, so 50.27 centimeters squared. Okay, and then volume is 4/3 pi r cubed. So we plug in 2 for our radius is 2. So we substitute in 2 here. Okay, and then we can just multiply that all out. So 4/3 pi times 8. $33.51. And that is centimeters cubed. So 4/3 times pi. Okay. Number 2. So they're giving us the diameter. Okay, so diameter is 10. The radius is half the diameter, so the radius here is going to be 5 inches. So surface area is going to equal 4 pi r squared. So that's going to be 4 pi times 2 squared. 5 squared. The radius is 5. Okay, that's going to be 5 squared is 25. 25 times 4 is 100. 100 pi inches squared. Okay, or we can multiply 100 pi out. 100 pi is going to be 314.16. And that is inches cubed. 314.16 inches squared. Cubed, squared. There it is, so it's squared. Okay, volume is 4/3 pi r cubed. So it's going to be 4/3 pi 5 cubed. We can just put that all in our calculator if we would like. 4 divided by 3 times pi times 5 times 125. Okay, which is 573.6. And that is inches cubed. 523.6 inches cubed. Okay, those are our 2 answers. Okay. Number 3 here, we have the volume of the sphere is 972 pi centimeters cubed. Find the surface area of the sphere. So in order to find the surface area, is 4 pi r squared. Okay, in order to solve that, we're going to need the radius. Okay, so we got to use the volume, which is 4/3 pi r cubed. Okay, they're giving us the volume, so that's 972 pi equals 4/3 pi r cubed. We can divide both sides by 4/3 pi. Right, that's going to cancel out the pi and the 4/3. Pi's cancel out here. 972 divided by 4/3, so that's the same as 972 times 3 divided by 4. going to give us 729 equals r cubed. That looks like 9, right? The cubed root of 729 is 9. So r is going to equal 9. Right, we're taking the cube, right? We're taking the, so it's 729 equals r cubed. We're taking the cubed root of both sides. And that's going to be 9 equals. Okay, now that we have the radius, we can substitute it in for our radius over here in this formula. That's going to give us 4 pi 9 squared. 9 squared is 81. So it's 324 pi. And we want to multiply the pi in there, 1018, approximately. And that is going to be centimeters squared. So 1018 centimeters squared. So we use the volume to solve for the radius. Once we have the radius, we can substitute that into our surface area formula and find the surface area. Okay, here the surface area of the sphere is 196 pi. We want to find the volume of the hemisphere, so the hemisphere is half of the sphere. But in order to find the hemisphere, we got to find the sphere. So to find the volume of the sphere, that's going to be 4/3 pi r cubed, which means we need the radius. So we're going to have to use the surface area to find the radius. So surface area is 4 pi r squared. Okay, we know the surface area is 196 pi. So that's going to equal 4 pi r squared. We got to get r by itself, so we need to divide by 4 pi on both sides. Cancel, cancel, cancel. 196 divided by 4 is going to be 49. Right? 200 divided by 4 is 50, so this is 49. Square root of both sides, get rid of the square. R is going to be 7. We can now substitute this in to find our volume. Okay, so volume is 4/3 pi times 7 cubed. So 4/3. I'm getting 1437. And the units here. Okay, and that's the volume of the sphere. But we want a hemisphere, so we're going to have to take 1437 and divide by 2. That's going to get 718.4. And the units there are inches cubed. Right, number 5. Okay, find the volume of the space between the cube and the sphere. Okay, so the cube is 6 by 6 by 6. Let's write that in black. 6 by 6 by 6 because it's a cube. Okay, so it's asking find the volume of the space between the cube and the sphere. So we're going to need to find the volume of the cube and the sphere. So let's do the volume of the cube. Okay, so the cube is a prism. The area for a prism is the area of the base times the height. We know the base here is a rectangle. So the area of the base is going to be length times width. Then we multiply the height. So that's going to be 6 by 6 times 6. So 36 times 6, 216. So the volume of the cube is going to be 216 centimeters cubed. Area of the base was 36. 36. 36 times 6, 216. All right, the volume of the sphere, okay, is 4/3 pi r cubed. So the distance across here is 6. So that's the diameter. Okay. So half the diameter is 3, so our radius is 3. Our diameter is 6, so our radius is 3. So it's going to be the volume of the sphere is going to be 4/3 pi times 3 cubed, which is 27, which is 36 pi. And 36 pi is 113.1 centimeters cubed. Okay, so the question is asking for find the volume of the space between the cube and the sphere. So we need to subtract the volume of the cube. So volume cube minus volume of the sphere. So the volume of the cube is 216. We're subtracting the volume of the sphere, which is 113.1. We don't need a calculator for that. That's going to be 102.9 centimeters cubed. Okay. We'll do it in the calculator just to make sure I know this stuff. That's 5. Number 6, we need to find the volume. So we have two objects here. We have a cylinder and a sphere. So the volume for a cylinder is the area of the base times the height. Cylinder. Let me actually, I'm just going to write volume C. Okay, the area of the base times the height. Well, what's the base of a cylinder? The base of a cylinder is a circle. So the area of the base is pi r squared because that's the area of a circle. So VC is going to be pi r squared h. So that's pi. The radius here is 4. So 4 squared, and the height is 7. The distance between the two bases is 7. So that is going to be 112 pi, which is 351.9. Okay, and then we have two half spheres, two hemispheres, but if we put them together, we have a full sphere. So our volume for a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. So 4/3 pi times 4 cubed. So that's 64. Well, let's just put it in 4 divided by 3 times pi times 64. 268.1. Okay, we want the volume of the whole thing, so we're going to have to do the volume of the cube plus the volume of the sphere. Okay, which is going to be 351.9 plus 268.1. Which gives us 620. And the units here again are centimeters cubed. Okay. And that's it for the spheres worksheet.